What's up, world? It's your man, Donzel, back at you from the Intellectual Simpleton. Now, today I want to talk about Scottie Pippen and what's been on with him as far as what he said and the reaction and the backlash he's getting. Now, first off, like, I was always a Scottie Pippen fan. Even when, the Bulls was doing their little runs in the 90s, everybody wanted to be MJ, which I ain't saying I didn't like MJ, but I liked it. I liked Scottie Pippen a little more. For one, I don't want to go with what everybody else go with, and for two, I just like this game because I seen that he was a big part of the team. Like he played defense, he scored. Like you could see he was Robin to Jordan's Batman, if that's what you want to say. So to me, I just if you ask me who I'm like, when everybody else trying, I'm Jordan, I'm Pippen up top, I'm Pip. Utility guy. I'm trying to do everything. And then I just don't understand. Like he gave his opinion. Like when he cleared it up on the Dan Patrick show about what he said about Durant. Like he said he wasn't trying to hate on him, and that means he's just saying it's a different game. Like he may not be who he is in that game, and that's true because today's game is softer. Like a lot of these guys wouldn't have. Yeah, they score better, they score more, but for real, the overall game has gotten softer. Like a lot of these guys, like it's not even that physical in basketball no more. But these guys be getting hurt. So if these guys getting hurt as much as they do in the game ain't as physical, what you think would happen to them when the game was physical? And and even in the rec league, these guys going up trying to act and draw the foul. Like, come on, man, it's the rec league, bro. All this acting ain't necessary. Ain't no refs on the floor. We just we just playing pickup ball. Ain't no need for all that. But that's how soft the game is. So I can understand his point. And then as far as Michael Jordan, like that's that go along, get along gang stuff. Like, okay, like Michael Jordan has a great game, might be the greatest ever. But that don't mean he's a good guy. And from what I've seen in all the stories that you ever heard, or I've heard anyways, he's a sucker. But I can see it through the television. He's a sucker. So that everybody don't have to speak like, cause everybody likes somebody. Everybody has to speak. No one can speak ill of a person. Well, that's not reality, cause no one's perfect. So Scotty's entitled to have his opinion, and even if it's a different opinion than the masses, that don't make him a bad guy. But once you say something about somebody that's in the go along, get along game, i.e., Michael Jordan, Phil Jackson, then that's what you have. You have the black media gang. That's what we're gonna start calling them, the black media gang. They start attacking you, discrediting you. Now he just trying to sell his liquor, try to sell his book. He trying to just create some controversy so he can. Man, maybe that's just his feelings. And when he was asked questions, he gave his honest answer. And how do you know Phil not a racist? He's been around him more than anybody. Just because a white man can coach a black man or do business with a black man, like white racists have been coaching and doing business for black people forever. The white slave master didn't like his slaves. He hated them. He enslaved them. But he know he needed them. Like Phil Jackson wouldn't be Phil Jackson with all the black men that were on his team. So just because he coached black guys, which is his job, and the better he coach them, the better it is for his job and his success. Doesn't mean he's not a racist. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm saying Scotty is entitled to his opinion. And once again, when the opinion isn't what the masses or the gatekeepers want out, then they use the black media gang to attack people. Like, yeah, Jordan might be the greatest, but Jordan seems to be a sucker. He don't speak on nothing. He don't do nothing, as far as I know, to better black people. He donate to Black Lives Matter. He donate to the police. He always want to be a middle of the road. Why do you need to donate to the police when they're well funded? But these black kids and these black communities are very well underfunded. So instead of breaking up the money, why don't you send it all where it needs to go to help your people? But you can't do that because you got to save face for White Zaddy. So what? Pippen is trying to sell his liquor and his book. That's what he's supposed to do if he's a businessman. But that doesn't mean his opinion is not his true and honest opinion, and that because his opinion is different, that he needs to be attacked by the black media gang. See, can say these boys are exposing themselves. Because Kwame gave a play and they still trying to use the same play. And it's working less and less. Teach his own. Like, we don't have to like everything someone does because they're great at something. People, celebrities, athletes and entertainers and people of the such are not so much above people that a person can't have an opinion that differs from what the masses think. And these would be people who close to the people, who know the people, who've been around the people for extended periods of time. So maybe they might know something a little more better than you would about certain people, but you just want to go who they say cool and who you like. We need to start being grown-ups and understand that everybody don't think the same way. But for some reason, if you're part of the go along, get along gang, your way of thinking is the right way, and anybody who opposes that, something's wrong with them, and they have to be attacked. Salute Scottie Pippen and all black men out here that's doing their thing. And the black media gang, y'all need to stop attacking black men and helping your White Zaddy with the narrative and the destruction of the black man. That's all I want to say. You know what it is. You know what I like to say. I'm just a man with opinion and some kids. Thank you for tuning in to the Intellectual Simpleton. Please like, subscribe, and share.